Okay, I'm back on this project. It's for those who didn't see part one. It's a townhome project, and yesterday I did a little work on the foundation. I had already got it prepared, and last night I'm thinking I may end up converting this to a slab here instead of a crawl space because I'm not going to be able to have any legal access. I should say legal. Excuse me. The frog in the throat comes when the live stream starts. That's what happens. It's like an allergic reaction. But I realized a few issues here. We can only have 15 inches from here, from the floor down to the slab, because we're only going to have one step, and you'd have to have a landing and all that. Anyway, I talked about that yesterday, and the only other place to get a crawl space access in is on the front, and that means that crawl space door opening would have to be 1 hour rated, or 45 minutes. So I'm thinking it's not even worth trying to gain access to that. Originally I was going to try to put, when you're thinking about this as a whole level, you think one way, and then when you realize that the garage takes up most of the level, you think another way. So I'm thinking about this part just being a raised slab. That way I can actually lower it, and then I can lower this back down. I was going to have to raise the garage up, the floor. There was all kinds of problems that I was being presented with. As you see, if I put the slab down here on the lower level, and the grade is just right here, it's just right there under it. So in Tennessee, our footings only have to be 12 inches to the bottom of the footing. So, our grade would be, something like this. It would be, of course, it's going to be sloping like that. So, and I may have to adjust these steps to where they're deeper. But in any event, it turns out that I don't think I'm going to convert it right now, but I think I'm going to have a meeting with the owner this coming week. May actually, for some reason, is the drywall turned on? The drywall is on. Oh, is that the floor outline? I'm working with this new floor. What is that on the bottom? Hidden. There we go. He has a hidden layer for that extension where it's like the outline of the floor. I was wondering, what is it now? Okay, outline. There's the outline. Why can I not see floor gypsum? There it is. Okay. There we go. Now we can see through the framing. I had to turn off 3 things, or at least 2. So anyway, I'm thinking if I turn this into a raised slab, I can actually lower it and I can lower the floor to where it's 15 inches. The reason it was up so high is because I have to have 24 inches from, my joist down to, technically it's 18, but I like to have 24 inches clearance in here so you can crawl around. And even 24 is a little tight for a big booger like me, but thankfully I don't have to get under there. But I guess long story short is that probably going to convert this down the lower part, but that doesn't really change anything else. These walls, let's see, might change this step down, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. I think I'm just anxious about talking about something I forgot about yesterday, and that is these beams. I drew these beams. This is this girder here coming across to support these trusses mid-span, and I forgot that he has Nathaniel, sorry, I used to call him Nathan for a long time. His name's Nathaniel Wilkerson. He developed these extensions, Medeek, his company name is Medeek Design. He's an engineer and he designed these extensions. But he has a under wall, and this is why sometimes I forget about it. It's under wall. He has beams and columns under here, and I used it yesterday for these columns right here that support the beam, that girder. But I drew those by hand, not remembering that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. I'm just going to move it over, and then we're going to stick it. We're going to just, for now, we'll move it out 40 feet or something. Because if we draw them with the extension, they're going to be more parametric than if we, let's see, what is this? Yeah, 17.5. Had to remember what my midpoint was. Okay. So I'll be able to edit the beam, and it has also, I think, yeah, he has LVLs. You know, I had just this plain finish on the beam. This will be cooler because, you know, we'll have maybe a LVL finish on it. We'll see. So let's go to beam. By the way, if you can hear my dryer in the background, I apologize. But right now I'm living in a tiny house until I build my bigger house, and so the dryer is pretty close to me. So anyway, draw a beam. So we're gonna say it goes all the way to the outside of the wall, because these walls that we're actually in are not rated. It's the shaft wall is on the other side of it. So we can take this beam. That's pretty cool. Now what we can do is I could have done this before, but I'm going to edit the beam now, and I'm going to see what we have here. We have timber. Let's go to, he's calling it structural composite. Yeah, microlam LVL. Let's see here. They're not really microlams. LVLs are, microlams are the ones that are kind of finished looking. I don't think it really matters. We're going to call it a I don't know what it's, we'll see what it looks like. So right now I'm thinking it's going to be a does he have multiples? Because I know for headers he's got it to where you can do 2 or 3. So we may have to put 2 or 3 of these together, because I'm thinking it's going to take at least 3 of these. And grade is, okay, here we go, ply. Okay, we're going to say it's 3 ply. That's cool. Okay, I haven't used this yet, so let's see, beam Z floor. Height of the reference floor for beam above the XY plane. Okay, I didn't know we had to do that. I thought I could just stick it there. Advanced beam options. Yes, let's see what they are. Start cut, end cut. Okay, I guess there's notching or something. Oh, okay. No, that's not. It's whether you want it mitered or not. Notching would get a little more complicated, I guess. Start angle. Let's see. Start hanger. We don't need a hanger. Let's see what else is down here. Beam wrap. Oh yeah, we'll have yes. I don't think I'm gonna. Let's see. We'll call it 625 on the thickness, 5/8. Material offset. So I've got my monitor. This is a big monitor in front of me, and I have to. I don't have the resolution set right, so I have to upsize this to be able to see everything. Start offset, end offset. Okay, we're just going to leave it. I think for now I'm going to say no, because I want to see the beam, and we'll just update that. And let's minimize this and close it. There we go. See, I knew we were going to get some LVL love. So good, it didn't. I was afraid it was going to move on me. I wonder if I, how does it know the Z axis? Oh, wait a minute, I'm going down here. That's right, I'm going down underneath this. There we go. Now, alright, so this is going to be a question we have to answer because it'll be a number of plies. I think I had a 16-inch beam in there before. I'm just making assumptions. I think what I'm going to do is, can I make these 16 inches? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just based on my experience. I'm guessing on this beam, but let's see if we can make it deeper. Yeah, let's make it 16 for now. Okay, so the offset is from the top. That makes sense. All right, let's go down here. So it should fill up that cavity. Yeah. Okay. That's a honking beam, and that probably is going to work. But I like that a lot better than the one I drew because you get the cool textures and it just looks better. So this one, Bon Voyage. This is the way I used to do things back in the old days, and I was still in the habit of doing it, and I forgot I had a beam extension. So this is the same thing. We're going to do away with it, and let's go to wall, beam, draw, beam, and this one doesn't have to be as big. I think it can be 11 7/8, and 2 ply should be enough. I've got a structural engineer who's consulting on this project, so I'm gonna make my guesses like I did the election, and I was correct on that. And I'm gonna do the same thing, and then I'll go to the structural engineer and with some details in this drawing. That's the update. And I think I'm at the center, so I'll probably have to. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, good. And then I'm gonna go about to here. All I really need is, why is that not lining up? Oh, I know why it's not lining up. Because this wall's set back for the sheeting and that one's not. Yeah, see, this wall's set back a 1/2 inch, which is right, and this one's not. So what I'll do is I'm going to set that wall back. Yep, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to set the wall back. So what I need to do is lock my axis on the red axis, like with my shift key, and then do that. And then I'm going to change the length of this wall back to 5, 7.5, which is ironic because that's what I had at the beginning, and I changed it. I didn't see it move, but it did move. So what we're going to do is move this over. Oh, I forgot to extend it though. I was going to extend this one halfway too. Let's see, that would be 2.75, and I'm going to drop it down. And for now, I'm just going to, let's see, how do you can edit them like you can edit other stuff. Edit beam, all right. Okay, so I just need to make it 7 feet 5. There we go. And I'm going to come back later and fix the framing where I wonder if I just change this wall to where it's an end condition on the corner. It is an end condition. What if I changed it to it doesn't really change it, does it? T-corner. I feel like maybe it's changing the other end. Oh man, I'm on the wrong wall. Did I change that one? No. Well, again, that's why I gotta figure out these end conditions. I may just manually go in here and put some extra studs under that. But for now, I just wanted to change them because I don't want to get too excited about all this, because I'm going to talk to my structural guy and he may say, you know, what he wants there specifically, like a solid wood post or something. He may want steel post over here, but I'm going to try to work it out to where we can just put, you know, a wood post in there, just to keep it all easy to work with. And you know, these are tiny townhomes; they're not going anywhere. Let's see if we have any. Do we have any comments? Do we have any comments? There's Gary. There's Daniel. Hey guys, I'm back. Thanks for all the background on what you do. Thank you. Where the aliens? That's funny. They're out there somewhere. I used to, you know, it's kind of funny when the whole alien thing started again in 2017. I had a little spaceship that I put up in the sky, and every now and then I'd look at it. It's kind of funny. I may do that again. That's a good idea. But see, I remember. I'm old enough to remember the alien hype in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, now the 2000s. So, you know, I have a harder time getting excited than you guys do. But I'm keeping the faith, don't worry. Alright, so now I feel like I ought to do a version of this. I don't know, I just want to keep framing, man. I want to see these second floor walls go up. So let's turn on the sheeting. The only other thing I need to do is I need to make this shaft wall, which is going to be, you know, I may have to just draw this the old-fashioned way, because all it is it's that shaft wall with Dietrich Clark. I probably didn't spell any of that correctly, but where is the diagram? This is one of them right here. They got the CAD details, but let me go to the website. All. Yesterday I had to go here, shaft wall, and then search it. Here it is right here. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can. I feel like I need to copy this and put it in I'm going to copy this detail because I have to draw this detail for the contractor. I have to put it in the drawing set. So what it is it's basically a channel. You got a runner on the bottom, and this is where they meet. It meets at the floor. These panels come in 10 and 12 feet tall, so we'll probably use the 10 footers, and they're 2 feet wide. So it would take me some time to kind of stick build all that. So what I should have done was just drawn a if I wanted to draw a panel, I would draw it that's weird. Oh, I see what they've done. So they've left a little room on the track. I'm looking at my bottom right hand corner at the dimensions, So it's really 1 by 24. And they're 10 feet long. So if I was going to make a panel, I'm not sure if I should just make these groups but then there would be two of them. They're 1 hour each. So you have to have a 1 hour for this townhome and a 1 hour for this townhome. So effectively it's a 2 hour rating. You only have to have a 1 hour rating on each side, but this is a newer method. Back in the old days, we used to have a wall like this, a framed wall, and we would have 5/8 drywall on both sides of the wall. And then what you'd have to do is build this townhome, and we would frame it all up, and this side of the wall would have drywall, the Type X drywall on it. And when we were building this one, we would have to build this side of the wall, and put drywall on the back of it, and then raise that heavy sucker up, because there's no way to get the drywall on after you raise the wall up, right? And you even had to let it hang down so that if it was up here, it had to lap over the floor system. So it was a mess. It was I built a bunch of townhomes back in the 80s and 90s, and it was always a pain. And this is a lot easier, because you can, if you really wanted to, if you had to, you could come and build this shaft wall system in after you've framed up the townhomes, because you leave this 2.5 inch, or it's like 3 inches. You leave you got this 2.5 inch track, and then you got the 3/4 inch space on each side. So you got like 3 3/4 or something between them. But what'll happen is then this, and I'm not going to draw all of it, but this will be, then you'd have these. Let's make these a group. Then you'd have them like that, and you'd have like 17 of them. Like that. I knew I was going to do one more because I didn't count the last one would be cut. So let's just get rid of that one. And that's just to kind of demonstrate. Now let's make all those one big group, because you can have nested groups. See, we got those smaller groups. And we'll just make this shaft wall one big assembly, one big group. Because I need to move it actually down here, because these townhomes step down, and this shaft wall has to go all the way down to there. Now, that's all I'm going to do right now, but I just wanted to demonstrate. And eventually, it'll go all the way up to the roof deck, like that. But there's runners, tracks, and then there's steel studs, steel H studs that go in here that you can slide the panels into, but that'll go all the way up, and then it gives you your protection. So what I'm going to do is, I actually have a layer already called shaft wall, so I'm going to put that in there, and I think it's shaft wall amongst these millions of millions of tags and layers, and if you can remember where everything is. Shaft wall. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn it off right now. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate that part. But it's weird, because I feel like I need to do one version of it as a turn down slab. Like I may do this unit as a turn down slab and show them the difference, and maybe demonstrate the problem I'm having. Of course, they're not going to have an issue. The only thing that I like about the crawl space is that We can bring, risers. We can bring plumbing drains and electrical risers up through here and run them down into here, but they'd have to run out and around. So I don't know if we're actually going to gain that much. I mean, usually it's nice to have a crawl space to get to stuff, but because you hate embedding everything in concrete, because if you screw up, you're kind of screwed. It's expensive to fix. But in this case, I'm not sure we're gaining much. This version over here that I got to do at some point, let's see, there is a 5 unit or a 6 unit option where the crawl space is bigger. Yeah, this might be worth doing a crawl space, because the floor goes all the way back to here, comes here and here and here. And here, see, we could get plumbing down into this crawl space back all the way back to here. These steps are going to be concrete, but at least you'd only be going under there. I actually like the 1-car garage better. I like this better, but the owner wants it to be, he likes this 2-car garage plan. And I got it, it's kind of hidden now that I've started, where you can get 2 cars in there, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. But let's turn on that plan, because and we'll turn off the sheeting so they don't kind of interfere with each other, the floor decking, and we can do that. Let me check the comments before I go any further. DJT gonna release the info of Donald Trump. No, he can't release, he didn't release the JFK files now, did he? Said he was going to last time. I like Donald Trump now, but you gotta realize this is, there's a lot of powerful forces at play here, who even more powerful than the President of the United States. We're talking life-changing, country-changing, world-changing information, and the people who hoard the information don't like giving it up, because that's their power. See, they love, their whole job is to keep secrets. I think they're going to be doing a good job at it. Let's see, I gotta remember this. Yeah, let's see, yeah, these set back a 1/2 inch too. Yeah, I gotta remember where I am. Y'all get me talking about UFOs, and I'll be drawing 2 different addresses up here. Let's see, and this sets back. No, this wall sets flush with the house line here. There's no if you look at that detail, there's no wall covering or sheeting on the back side of each wall there. It's just, which is the handy thing about this detail. This is why I'm using this shaft wall material. So that will go flush there. I'm trying to set this up so I can do the walls. And so this will set back a 1/2 inch also. And that'll do it. And now on this one, I've got to change this, because this is a 2x6 wall. Yeah, I need to change the drawings here. I need to fix this, where this floor plan, I got this set up as I gotta be careful. What I normally do is I'll make my floor plans a component, and that way if it gets changed, it changes on all the other ones. But see, these 3 are different than the end walls don't get a shaft wall. So there's a different condition here. You just have a 1 hour rated wall because it's a 0 lot line. See, there's the property line right there. And since it's 0 lot line, you gotta have a 1 hour rating. in this particular zone. So I need to bring this all back over 2 inches. And where's a good place to do it? Right here. Did I grab everything? Yeah, I did. So I got lucky. So this needs to be 6 inches. Is that 2 or? Yep. So now I can just grab this and come over to there. That really didn't hurt anything. All it did was make that closet a little smaller, and this bedroom is still 17 feet long, so wide, and the smaller bedroom is still 14. So it's still pretty good sized bedrooms. Didn't hurt anything. But now see that unit right there, that floor plan, if I made this a component, I could call it second floor end units. See, create. Now what I can do is I can take that and I can copy it down here, but I can mirror it. See, -1, and I can line it up with the house line. Let me get rid of my guidelines here. I can grab that corner because I know that is supposed to line up with the foundation like that. So see, now if I change this one will change. Aren't we smart? We're smart as a tack, that's what my grandmother used to say. Donald J. Trump. Yeah. Did y'all see my prediction? I predicted 317 for Donald Trump electoral votes, and I was only off 5. That's right. You can come to Tony for your political predictions. I have actually predicted, unfortunately, I predicted Donald Trump's loss the last time too, but only because I was obviously wanted him to win, but I felt like forces were working against him. Anyway, this is a SketchUp video and a Medeek extension video. So where are we? We're gonna build. Oh darn it! I got rid of my lines. Let's go back. It won't take but a second. Half inch. Now that the walls are correct. Why is that? Did I not just move that over 4 inches? Did I not just move that over 2 inches? See what happens when you start talking politics? Now this will demonstrate though how I still don't know how I undid that. Wait a minute, now it says 6. What is going on? What is going on? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? What did I do? I moved the wrong wall. This goes back to 4. Y'all are throwing me off. That's supposed to be a 4-inch because that's the common wall. Right, that's the common wall between the units. This is the exterior wall right here. Man. After I do this, I'm going to go down and check to make sure. Let's look straight down on it so we can get it right. So this is the... Now see, I'm on the... Okay, so this is part of the confusion. Okay, yeah, I was upside down last time. That's what it was. I had it flipped around, and I thought I was on the right end. Let's see, and I wasn't. Let's do this. Let's make, because we can't change our hallway. We have to leave it the same width. So we have to grab this whole thing right here. And let's make sure we're doing the right thing here. Yeah, we gotta go over 2 inches. Two inches. There we go. Yeah, I gotta remember. Now see, you see how I'm editing that one and this one at the same time? Isn't that cool? So this, since I mirrored it, it's still accurate. See, 6 inches. But see, I know what it is now. I know what it is. These units aren't mirrored. The units are not mirrored. Okay. I get it. This one, I'm just going to delete that one and pull this one down here. You know, normally you would think it's just a kind of a knee-jerk reaction that they would be mirrored. Let me get rid of these extension lines. I'm just going to have to redo them. I can't think with all the interference. The normal reaction is to, on a situation like that, is to you would think it would be mirrored, but it's not. All the stairs, this is like it right here. Yeah, all the stairs are on the same side, and then they step down a foot each time. So it is this, in this case it would be. I gotta note this too because the drawings are going to be different for this unit plan. So I can grab all that and that wall and move it over 2 inches. 2, okay, and now that is correct, Bob. There we go. So I can't make the, you know what I'm doing? I see now. They can't be a component because that wall would change to a 6-inch wall. All right, we're learning slowly. We are learning slowly. So I gotta explode this and just make it a group. Okay. So it can be its own thing. Okay, well, I was trying to be productive, but should have known better. 2. Okay, now we are right. We are correct. These exterior walls I'm making 6 inches because first, it's a 3-story, and secondly, we want to get R19 in the walls, or the owner will. I'm not hung up on the R19 in the wall. R13 would be fine where we are in Tennessee, but you know how it is nowadays. All right, so let's go back here because this is the one we're building. I can tell these walls are symmetrical now, so I know that's correct. 1/2 inch. Dang, I thought I'd have the walls built by now. I hadn't been screwing around talking about UFOs. Y'all messed me up. Just kidding, by the way. Alright, let's draw some walls, dang it. Alright, so what are we going to draw? We're going to draw 2x6, 109. That's a 9-foot stud wall where the studs are 104 and 5/8, and then you end up with 9-foot 1 1/8, and then we got 2x6s, 16 inches on center. I need to save a wall type up here, but I'm just so excited. I just want to do it. We're going to start this wall even with the end. We're going to come around here. You know what I should do is fix this siding so all these walls are, or if it's going to mess me up. Okay, so I don't have to change all these. And is the trim turned on? Turn all the trim off. If I don't do this now, I'm going to have to do it on all 3 walls. Okay, oops. Yeah, okay. Okay. There we go. See? All that wasn't that much work to get ready. Now see this, all this framing should be lined up so that when you add your sheeting on there, it'll be sticking out. But when you go down to the foundation, it's set back a 1/2 inch so that the sheeting will be flush with the foundation. You don't want your wall sheeting hanging over the foundation. So that's why the floor plans look like they're sticking out, because that line represents the house line, which is the outside of the wall sheeting. And this wall, this plan needs to be fixed too. You see this should we fix that right quick before we forget? I think we should. Because no, let's go on. Yeah, because I'm gonna wait to see what we decide to do, if that's a turn down slab or not, and then I'll fix it there. Alright, so now we've got our shaft wall, which goes from this point. Sometimes I forget I still need to go from there, from the very point. So wall, this one's going to be a 2x4 wall. I think everything else is the same. Oh wait, this is going to be the same as the other one where we didn't put wall sheeting or wall cladding, but we do have gypsum on the inside like that. Okay, we update this. We go here and then we go all the way to there. And see, this is where I get a little confused on his I think I changed this wall, this end condition on this accidentally. Yeah, there we go. And here, I better save this. The other day when I was messing with this, I caused a bug splat because I was flipping around. Let's see, edit wall assembly, and if I go down here, this is the end. You got a start wall corner and an end wall corner. So I'm just going to make these ends. See what that does. Yeah, that works out good. Yeah. Okay, that's cool how you can change. How you can change that. Yeah. And this, that makes this. If we really want to get technical, we could call this a end. Nope, we don't want that one. That's what we want right there, inside outside. I don't know why, but that's the one I want. Okay, so what do we do down here? I think I did actually start this wall short here. Anyway, we can play with that later as we're perfecting things. So now, just checking comments. So now we're going to do our second floor system, and it'll be lined up with the framing, so I can pretty much just go around. What did we make these? 16? Yeah. I think I can get by with 16-inch floor trusses. I may have to make them 18 or 24, but we're going to start off with what I want to do, and then we'll see what happens. So up here, let's just start over here. We'll draw our floor. And these are, oh, that's right, we have to use the other extension for trusses. Floor trusses. These. This. I think I have to go, let's see. Do I have to go this way first? And then I think I gotta do it the other way around. Let's just see right quick. Yeah, I gotta do it the other way around. Shoot. I gotta go this way first. A cheaper option would be to use the wood eye joist, but we need the open web of the floor trusses to put plumbing and HVAC through. Yes. I don't know if we're going to need that ribbon board. He calls a ribbon board, that 2x4 notched into the top. Steel plate, no, we don't need that. We're sitting on top of a wall already. Sheeting, yes. Okay, there we go. Marvelous. And then we will have this same setup. I don't know if I can copy this. I don't know if you can copy these components. But well, it would be a different height anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show these well, that was easy enough. I'm going to put this beam in, and I'm just going to draw it up here so it'll be easier to see. Then we'll lower it down. Let's see if it saved our beam configuration. Usually, yeah. Well, it says 2. Oh, that was from the front porch. Okay. So then we're going to make these. That's from the front porch. Yeah, we don't need that one anymore. Update. We're going to go from there to there. Yeah, I'm liking the beam extension because I like the finishes that he's got for the LVLs. They look more natural than me just drawing it by hand. Now, you know, one thing I just realized is my wall let me turn off the floor trusses for a second. I think I got this wall set up to where it is over. No, it's not, is it? Darn, I thought I had that set up. Actually, what it is I've got the beam set up asymmetrically. The beam is supposed to be under this. Yeah, because I was going to have headroom issues. See how this beam, if I have it over here, it's going to give me, and I can show you in this section that I drew, like a temporary section to get all this going, is that if I have the beam like this, there's no headroom, so I have to put it out here at 16.5.5, and see that gives us, even if you measured from that one, 6'10". But if you move it over any more, you'll have to measure off one of these. See, we don't have it. We're supposed to have 6'8". I like to have 7 feet because I don't like playing with that, because the inspectors are real picky about headroom under stairs. So, but I think what I can do is, let's see. So it should be from there. It should be 16.5 from the framing. 16.8. I measured an angle. Oh, I hate that when you get stuck in a wall. So here, that says 16.9. Well, that is correct, so we'll have to go with that. I'm going to try to move this back and see if I can just, oh look. Do I have to move the beam with the extension? Move. No, it looks like the beam will update itself. Oops. Is that right? Let me get rid of this line. This extension line, because something doesn't look right. Something doesn't look right. Yeah. No, that's in the center. Yeah. Okay, so now I can move this column though with the extension, and I think it'll fix the wall, which is cool. Move column. Oh yeah, awesome. You see it fixed the studs. Awesome, awesome. Way to go, Nathaniel. That's awesome. Now we can go over here. I forgot that the beam was not exactly in the center. I have to remember that too when I go to my structural guy. But I'm going to take my laptop and my, the model will have it. Move column. Did I not? Why is that not moving? Oh, is the floor in the way? Or if I just move it physically like this, what would it do? We could experiment. Update this wall. No, you can't do it. It goes back to where it was. So maybe if I set it up here in this wall, I know what I gotta do. I gotta probably delete that one and put it in the other wall. That's what it is. I'm trying to go outside of the wall with it. So I'm gonna delete column and put the column in the other wall. Is it not going to stick? Let's try this. Maybe it's the height of the column messing it up. Let's see if this is going to make it. 7, 7, and 5/8. I haven't used this part of the extension that much, so 7 foot 7 and is that inches? Oh, wait a minute. So that's 84 7 91 91.625. Why is it not letting me put it in there? I'm clicking. Hmm. Well, that's odd. Not sure I want to spend that much time on it. Let's try to do it up here. So let's move this wall, this beam, sorry. See, the reason I was bringing this up is because I don't need the beam, the whole. It should be centered over that one. I don't need the beam except for right here, except for to go from here to there. So if I draw this wall right here, I go half over, and I draw this will be a 2x4 wall. It's interior 2x4. That's all correct. Update. I'm going to start. I should have. I want it to start right here. There we go. See this part, this wall, I've designed this wall so it's the load bearing wall that sits over that beam. So what we'll have is we'll have what's called a squash block beside each truss that lines up with the studs. So the load will be transferred down to there, and then that load will be transferred across that beam down to the foundation. So I don't need this. I can also change this beam to probably a 2-ply because it's going to be short now. Edit beam assembly, so we'll make it 2-ply, which will make it the same width as the wall. And update. I'm gonna measure. Let's save every now and then, just for the fun of it. We're going to measure from here to here and then add 3 inches, 8'7". .7. There we go. And it won't have to be 16 inches either. It'll be 11 7/8. Maybe even less. But I'm going to make it 11 7/8 for now. Because that'll still give us a 9-foot or 8-foot ceiling or 8-foot clearance underneath it. The ceiling's still going to be 9 feet. Okay. Yep, so it's just a matter of strategically setting up bedrooms, and this makes this a nice big master bedroom anyway. And you got your secondary bedroom here with its own bath and the stair going down. No questions. No questions. Comments. Alright, so now we can turn our 4 trusses back on. And I'll work this out. When I get these trusses worked out, I'll come back and set these. We really want these trusses. We want, let's see, we want these studs to be at least the ones that can line up. every 2 feet. So that's 3 inches. I can set an offset. It's one thing nice about this extension. Should be, let's try 3. I don't know if that's going to work. No. Put -3. There we go. So now you should have at least every 2 studs lining up. Maybe I'll just have to talk to my structural guy. It's typically, what we'll have is, like I said, a squash block beside each of these. I'm just going to draw one so I'll remember to talk to my structural guy about it. And what that'll do is transfer the load. And we may have to work this out. I don't want to put the trusses on 16-inch centers. And I really don't want to put the studs on 2-foot centers, so I may have to just work this out. He may say it's okay. If I have to put them on 2-foot centers, then I'm not sure if I want to use a 2x6 wall there or not. So these are all, that's going to happen in the meeting. Actually, the reason I'm doing this whole model is because I'm going to take it and I'm going to sit down with my structural guy and work all that out. Okay, the truss company can figure out the 4 trusses, and I'll get a company called Blue Links that makes the LVLs. I'll have them size those first, and then I'll take it to him. So there we go. I don't think I'm going to need this that band across there either. I'm going to ask him about that. Okay, so now we got a 3rd floor. Believe it or not, we got 3rd floor issues, and this it's this unit right. This is the 3rd floor. I've got them stacked out here horizontally so the owner can see the difference in the different. But I'm having, as I go up, I'm copying one of these. Don't want to grab anything else. And as I learned over here, they're not, let's see, that goes there, but then, let me make this a group. Wait a minute. I want to cut that. Okay, what I need to do, it's already part of a group, so what I need to do is cut it out. Cut it out, Tony. Go out of that group and then repaste it, and now it's going to be its own group, because now I'm going to raise it up 3/4, and I'm also going to move it out. Let me just do this. I'm going to draw me a line from here. Oops. I'm using my foundation as the control. I'm going to pull me a line up and zoom in, because this floor, this is offset out here. Where is it? Okay, I gotta use my, there it is. I had to use my axis lock. And that's actually where the corner is, because the framing is set back in a 1/2 inch both ways. for the sheeting, the wall sheeting. We're getting there. And this is going to be similar to where I've got this wall. This wall lines up with that. This whole thing stacks. And this is what you should be doing when you're thinking about design. Is how can you stack structural loads? It's more efficient that way. If you've got these all offset, it gets kind of hairy. Gets hairy. Alright, so now we got to remember too that this end unit, the wall has to be 6 inches. Because this end unit doesn't have the shaft wall, so it has to be thicker to line up. So now we're gonna get where we can see down on it and pick. Let's see, I don't want to pick those windows. Got to go inside of it anyway first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the stair, that line, and that line. That's all I need to do anyway. And move it over 2 inches. Especially important to get the stair to line up. One of the common mistakes that contractors make, like in basements down here, is not to account for the thickness of their wall. So the stair from the basement going up doesn't line up with the walls up here, because the walls are different thickness. And so what you'll see in some houses is you'll see a ledge. You'll see the wall come up, step in, and keep going. Instead of the proper planing, which is what we're doing now. Okay, so these should be good. So let's get rid of all these lines. And we're going to go 1/2 inch in for our framing. Oh, that's right. These units are actually a little bit bigger on the ends too. That's correct, Bob. So I'm gonna let me do this control. I'm gonna bring a line up from here. There. And then I think it's 2 inches or an inch. Maybe it's an inch. Yeah, it's an inch, which is, not that significant, but it's an inch. So I'm just going to bring this whole thing over. Let me make sure my axis is locked. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna delete that. And this wall should still be 4 inches. It's just a 3.5 inch drywall. I mean a stud with a drywall on one side of it, the living side. The living side. Okay, so now we're going to go here and put us a 1/2 inch there for our sheeting. Okay, we got our 1/2 inch up here. Yep. I'll be glad when we get to putting our windows and doors in. Alright, so this level is going to be wall 2x6 for the exterior, And let's make sure, is that interior? Oh, it needs to be interior, exterior. And we don't want and this one we do want wall sheeting, but we don't want oh, I need to update it first. I was wondering where the cladding went. Yeah, we don't want any. Well, yes, we do. We just want it to be. Why can I not get down there? Interior, exterior. Okay. Where is our wall cladding? Yes. Okay. We want it to be, that's right, stucco light tan. Update. Let's put that back. I think I realized what I was doing now. And then wall sheeting, yes. Okay, let's check it here. We got 109 1/8. We got 2x6s. We got stucco. So we're good. There we go. And then this jewel here will be close. Let's save. Let's hit the save button every now and then. Always a smart thing to do. Wall 2x4. Interior. Yeah, that remains the same. This is the wall that doesn't get. Okay, yeah. This is the wall that doesn't get wall sheeting. No, and no, no wall cladding, but it does get chipboard. Okay. Update. 2x4. There we go. And it goes from here to here. And I've got that wall in condition here needs to be changed to fix this deal right here where it stuck an extra stud out there. Why is it sticking a corner? Why is it sticking a? I think what I need to do is, you know what it is? I think I should have taken that wall all the way to the end. Let's regenerate this wall. Yeah, we'll take it all the way to the end this time. Technically, I'm supposed to take it, especially on exterior walls, it's supposed to go, see if everything's set right. Yeah, it's supposed to go from the very corner to corner. I was trying to cheat a little bit, but I can see now I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, and see now I can set this corner condition. Let me save this. To the start to be outside corner, is that right? No. Oh. This gets a little confusing, inside, outside. And I don't know why I let it confuse me. The wall is stopping short for some reason. Let's regenerate this. I may just move on and then, let's see, I know this is the start, so let's just make it an end. Yeah, we'll just make it an end for now. That's good enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anal about that. Take up too much time. I'll figure it out later. Right now I just want to get these 3 floors of walls on, and get rid of these guidelines. Now we can put our, now that this is going to be interesting because this this is going to be interesting. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do this yet. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to draw this wall. It's a 2x4 wall. I'm also going to ask my, this will be interior, update, and that should be good. And then I forgot, I want to, shoot, I meant to set this back. I want this, well no, on this one it's okay. Darn it. There's going to be an outside corner there, so it can go all the way to the corner. Interior, 2x4. Oh, darn it. I'm still going to set it back a ½ inch though. Okay. Thankfully this is easy to do once you get going. Interior, update. Once you draw a wall, it'll keep that setting, but there's so many different types of walls here. Normally you could just fly around with this extension, but this project is a little different, as you can see. But it's cool because it creates the T. It puts the T in this wall over here where the walls join together. Oh shoot. Well, what's funny is yeah, I think I want to end this wall, and we'll put a LVL up there on top. So this wall should be set though. Yeah, interior. Yeah, once you draw one, it'll keep it. So this wall is just going to go from here to here, and then our on this one, what we could do is just say the corner is solid. Let's see, edit. We could say it's going to be a 3 stud corner, update, and we could call it outside corner, and then we could do this the same way and put a 3-stud corner. That would just kind of give us a guide to where we could put our beam. That's going to be the middle of our beam, and it'll go from here. Draw beam, 2 LBLs, 11 7/8. That's correct. Oops. This is what I was trying to do. Well, I wish it would draw the top of it. No big deal though. Just lock my axis and run it down there. There you go. See now, what they'll do is they'll notch out. Let's see. This should be a 1/2 inch less than that though. Yeah, just 8'3". That worked out good. There we go. So then these two studs will get notched out. All that'll get notched out. And then on this side we'll have a post. Let's see how tall it should be. 7, 11 3/4. See if we can get our post to work. I wasn't able to get it to work down there where those two walls came together. It was acting strange. Draw a column. We're going to call it a 4x4. We'll just call it lumber. 2x4. We'll call it 3 ply. And 1 king stud on each side, and then we'll just see what that does. Oh look, I got the forgot what my height was. So 7'11" is 95, 84, yeah, 95 and 95.75. Edit column, 95.75. Why is that? You know what it is? It's measuring it from the floor. It's measuring it. It's not measuring it from the bottom plate. I had to do this last time. I had to add 1.5 inches to this. So that would be, that would be 97 1/4. There we go. I gotta remember that. I keep measuring it the way it looks, where the the studs are sitting on the plate up to the bottom of the beam, but the extension is measuring it from the floor level, which is under the bottom plate. So that's cool. We learned something. All right, so now we're going to go over here, and we're going to put this time we're going to remember this. This needs to be over a 1/2 inch, and then we're going to draw us another beam. I love this beam and column extension. That's part of the wall extension. That is awesome. I love that. Draw a beam. Especially, I had another job where I was having to draw steel beams. That was pretty cool. We don't have to do that often in residential work, thankfully. I love LVLs because they're very strong. They actually do better in fire than steel does, unless the steel's protected. And that's right. Now when this looks weird to have that gap there, but in real life it'll be over, and then it may even heal itself whenever I put these other walls in. Okay, and we're gonna do, I forgot what was it, 97 and a quarter? See if we can remember. Column. 97 and a quarter. Seems like that's what it was. Yep. That's what it was. See that? Then that'll stack on top. What I think I'm going to have to do is these. Oh, you know what? This gable, these 4 trusses are supposed to have gable end walls. They call it. What are they calling it in this one? Yeah, he's calling it gable end trusses, but that comes from the roof. If you say yes, what it'll do is put you some studs there, because this, you don't put a webbed truss on the end. It should act like a wall. So what we do is the truss company will send us what is called an end truss, a house line truss, and it'll just have studs on it. And then what we can do is come in here and put us a mini column in. I'm not going to do that, but basically what we'll have is, let's see, we can do it here. Oh man. Something like that. These outside studs are just king studs. That's just something that they're just there to perform like a saddle or whatever. They don't really form that much of a structural. So you'd have 3 or 4 blocks in there to transfer the load down to this wall, and then what we would do here is we would call this T. We would fill in that T with blocking all the way down, and then you'd have this same little. I'll make this a group. Make this a group. Did I? No. Again, what you're trying to do is transfer your loads. Where's my axis? There we go. You see now, once that T becomes a solid T, and this blocking and this beam and this post, you see your loads transferred all the way down. So then we'd have the same thing on the other side. We're going to make our structural engineer proud of us. If I can find that axis. There it is. I grabbed the wrong side, didn't I? No biggie. That should line up. That should line up. And then for some reason, oh, I didn't put the post here. Okay, this post should be yeah, it should be the same as that other one. So we should just be able to come in here and put that right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I don't understand why this one was giving me a hard time. I think it's because this wall steps down right here. But I still should be able to put one right up against that. We don't understand that. Let's change some conditions here of the column. And let's change the king studs to none. Where's the king studs? Let's see, let's just call it right. Let's see if that works. You can't. Oh, let's put 0. Column ply 3. And see if it'll let me put it in there now. Why won't it let me put that in there? Let me put it in there in that wall, see? It won't let me put it in this wall. Anywhere in this wall, it will not let me put it in that wall. I don't understand that. This is a question for Nathaniel Wilkerson. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to fake it. We are going to, is that an exterior wall? That's not what it is. Yeah. What we're going to do is go in here. This is another thing you can do. It's kind of cool. I can take this stud and I can copy it. Okay. And what I can do is I can go edit the, I can change this instance to custom underscore stud. Just name it custom stud. And then edit it. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. Why is it not going where I want it to go? There it goes. Now, in real life, when I get these beams sized to be their actual size, I'm going to go in there and I'll put a plate on top of this post over to here, so it'll have like a seat to sit on. But for now, I just want to show the engineer I'm trying to do these posts. Really, all he's concerned with is the load and what it's going to take. I'm pretty sure 3 2x6s is going to be enough. And then down here, if we change this floor to a concrete slab, then we'll be direct contact with our foundation. So, and he may say, just go ahead and put, you know, I should have made this group a component, because then I could have changed one of them, and all of 3 would have changed. But I don't know. I may just say what What do you think about this? You know, it just gets kind of funky. I don't want to start getting into doing all 6 of them or whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but whatever he says, we'll do. He's the man, and he gets paid the big bucks. But the main thing is we're trying to transfer our load from the roof all the way down on each side, all the way down. Would you be the GC on these? No, I'm not the GC on these townhomes. I'm just doing the drawings. On this particular, I'm actually doing this for a larger general contractor developer. So they're going to build them themselves. I wish I was building them. Yeah. I'd be making more money than just doing the drawing work. Alright, so the interesting thing about this that's coming up next is, and I just realized something. These third floor walls are going to go up higher on the ends, probably by 3 feet. So this wall more like 5 feet probably by the time, and we'll just call it 52 inches for now. So, or let's come up with just a common height here so we can remember it. 161. And I don't want to start flipping around too much with this extension, editing these walls, because one time I did that and I caused a bug splat. Oh, son of a gun. I told you. Alrighty, we'll just, that's what I get for flirting with disaster. Let's see how much it saved. Hopefully it saved a good, well, what do you know? I don't know how that's possible. How it saved. I'm going to save it. You know, normally when you get a bug splat, you got to recover it. So I got lucky. Did I see Night Strike in here? When you going to start designing Night Strike World Headquarters? That's funny. When he gets off his butt and order it done. So these walls, yeah, these are going to become these parapet walls on each end. See, we'll have a parapet wall. This is just a rough, I just did this really quick and rough here. This is like the conceptual part of the townhome, and then I go actually build it with the modeling. But see, this wall has to stick up probably, well, above the roof deck. What's weird is we have the roof, a sloping roof, and then we have a roof deck on top of it. So this is going to get interesting. It's going to be interesting. And let's see if I can fix these corner conditions right quick. If I make each one of these ends, is it going to freak out? If it does, I'm just going to go on. I'm not going to fool with this too much. End. What does that do down here? Yeah, okay, so if I do end and I do corner stud thickness, if I do 3 stud corner, I don't like the California corners anyway. I have a whole video on that. I don't think it's updating. Yeah, see. Let's change it back to outside corner. outside corner. Yeah, see what it does, and that's the way it should do, is it's cutting the plate back. It's no big deal. It's cutting the plate back because of the wall coming this way. The top plate would overlap it. And the only way to get the 3 stud corner there to sort of make a post there is to make it a corner, and when you do that, it cuts the plate back automatically. So we're not gonna fuss over that. What we may do is just leave it an end condition, and then I can manually insert more studs in there, which is no big deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to save. And then I'm going to go edit this wall. For some reason, if I try to edit 2 walls at the same time without closing this panel, sometimes I get a bug splat. But thankfully it wasn't a tragedy that time. Alright. We are good. Now, here comes the funky part. So this stair is going to come up right here, and there's going to be these penthouses, right? Those things right there, where the stair comes. It has its own floor up here. I can't decide whether these should just be flat trusses, or if I should see if I can't get the truss company to make me some trusses that have like floor trusses that have a pitch on them. In other words, what would we do? What would we do if we were brave and we tried something? What would we do? We would start down here, and we would go to truss. Can we design a roof truss in this extension that'll work? If we make the heel height if we go from here let's see, this way to here, then we go to here, and then we make the top chord pitch. See, it's not gonna, well, we would have to make it, let's see if we can get by with putting, I can't make it 1. Well, I think I can insert a number after okay, the 0, it's going to be 0 overhang. Top chord size. Is it going to let me say top chord width? Heel height, here we go. Yes, if we make this a raised heel, we can make it look like a floor truss, I think. And then we can raise this up, say 16 inches. Okay, then we go to here and we say no, gable end trusses. Okay, yes. Alright, we're just gonna where's our roof sheeting? We're gonna say yes, and it would be 3/4 inch, and it would be, I like the look of plywood. We're just gonna say plywood, and then no wall sheeting thickness. 0.5. That'll be on the ends. Oh no. Yeah. Alright, let's just update this. And then we'll see. Alright. So let's this is gonna be kind of funky if I can get this to work. If I edit this, I turn off let's see. This should be 0. Okay, and then can I put in a pitch? Yeah, can I put in a 0.5? I can. Aha. Aha. Let's turn off the sheeting. Let's see. Let's turn off the subfascia. No. Alright, look at that. Now if I could make the chords, let's turn off the decking, and for a second we'll save this and we'll turn off the roof decking, roof sheeting, so we can see our trusses. Just then we'll turn off the roof outline and the roof. Is there a hidden somewhere? Yeah, I knew it was down here. So let's put this up here under roof. Right, now what would be cool is if we could, because what I'm trying to do is set this roof up so it slopes both ways, and then our roof deck goes on top of that. So if I could, let me save. And then, because I don't want to mess anything up, I've got edit this truss assembly. If I can make the web, darn it, top chord 3. It's too bad we can't set the rafter, the truss width. Top chord depth, bottom chord depth, web depth, raised heel, heel height. So it's no big deal. This is just going to be something for conversation anyway, because the thing is I can't put a pitch on. They're going to end up looking like floor trusses with a pitch is what they're going to do. They're going to be 3.5 inches wide like a floor truss, but then they're going to have a pitch on them like a roof truss. So what I'll use this as is a conversation for when I sit down with the truss people. Okay, so then you will have sheeting. Okay, and then we're going to have to build a roof deck on top of this. So, you know, it'll come out, you know, however. Did I get lucky? No, I didn't, did I? Oh, that's because that's sticking out. Look. There's this bars rafter. Yeah, it's a subfascia. I thought when I took off the subfascia, he calls that something else though. He calls it a rake. Rake board? No. Yeah, see now that's the way it would be. It would fit inside the parapet walls. Like that. Looking good though. And then the roof deck, just to give myself an idea of how far it's going to be up, because then I can change the height of this wall. This should work. Yeah. Am I selecting the whole thing? Yeah. And it'll have a thickness, see? Maybe, depends on what we do, 10 inches thick or something. And then it'll go all the way. Well, it'll go, I don't think it's gonna go all the way. I think it's gonna go, there's a line in the middle. Well, that's weird. What's going on there? Let's bring this out. That shouldn't do that. That's acting weird. Yeah, something's weird. Okay, yes, I should be able to delete this. There we go. Something was weird. That was weird. So this, well, this won't come all the way. This will stop somewhere, and then we'll have a zone over here where we can sit units, HVAC units and stuff. I'd like for the roof deck just to come like halfway, but it's got to come far enough to catch. What is going on with this thing? That's bizarre. Oh well, it's a waste of time. So, but anyway, see, then this wall will have to come up 3 feet past that. So I might even add another foot to this wall at some point when we decide how thick this roof deck assembly is going to be. But there's a conversation right there with my structural guy. It's not that complicated. You know, now that we have a model we can reference, then all the structural issues can be taken care of pretty quickly. Because I'm going to have the truss company engineer the floor trusses and these roof trusses, and then my Blue Links company who makes the LVLs will engineer those. And then all I got to do is go to my structural guy and say, hey, look what I did, and please stamp these drawings. But there'll be a bunch of details to do. What we could do is, if we knew how tall, I actually have to go spec out this roof deck thing, because I want it to be as low profile as we can get it, but at the same time I also have to figure out, I also need to keep it thin, because I don't want to have 4 or 5 extra risers just to get up to the roof, because that means I have to push the stair back. That's not going to be good, is it? Well, what we could do is There's options. We could come up to a certain height and then have a landing and turn and come this way if we had to. But what I need to do is get the heel of these trusses down enough so that I may only have to add like one riser to the thing. So that's going to be, and find a low profile roof deck system. And so that's why I'm going to that's why I wanted to make these trusses like floor trusses, so that we'd have, points to stack those feet that you can put on top of your rubber membrane for the roof deck. So it's going to be some detail there. That'll probably be a whole episode just detailing out the roof deck. My now rich daughter. Well, dang, I should have married her. The Vandy grad. Oh, Vanderbilt? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's where I wanted Alex to go. He ended up going to Wofford because he got a scholarship. And myself want to build a few subdivisions with Frank Lloyd Wright. Oh, man. My favorite architect. When I do an update on my mid-century modern cabin, you might see a little Frank Lloyd Wright inspiration. I'm getting ready to do the tongue and groove on the ceilings, and we have to start small, but we think they will sell. They should sell like hotcakes, especially after Trump gets in and starts in the economy and people start becoming confident again. And what would be awesome if he's able to keep his promise of trying to use tariffs instead of the personal income tax to fund the federal government. That would be a huge, I think that would probably take 2 terms to accomplish. I'm not sure he can get that done in 4 years. That'd be another miracle. That'd be like dodging another bullet. All right, well, I have been doing this a long time today, so I think I'm going to take a break unless y'all have any other questions or comments. And let me get rid of some of these lead guides. Next time, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and start putting windows and doors in. I was kind of waiting on that because I don't actually have approval on these floor plans yet. I just submitted them in the middle of last week. So I don't want them changing the windows and doors too much on me and me going in there and putting them all in, But what I was trying to mainly do is show when I meet next time with the owner, the structural system that I've got figured out for this, and go from there. What I may do is draw I may figure this stair out. Well, I can't figure this stair out until I gotta figure out exactly what roof deck system I'm going to use, and then I can figure out what kind of point loads it's going to place on the roof, and then I'll know how thick it's going to be, and then I'll know how far my stair has to run. It's kind of funny because Medeek has a stair. Draw stairs. Huh. I've always hand drawn my stairs. Let's make these. Let's see, what did I do? 38 is yeah, I made them 38 inches. No. Maximum, it's going to be 7.625. I'm not going to even flirt with 7 3/4. Open risers, no. Riser material. plywood, riser material would be lumber, and then tread depth, tread thickness 1. Is this the finished tread? It'd be 1. Round tread material, stringer quantity 3. Let's see. Yeah, we can get by with 3. It may do 4 in the end though. Stringer thickness, stringer material, stair framing, advanced stair, yes. Thrust block, extend stringer, I don't know. Hanger board, no. We can add all this stuff later. Okay, update. Now I don't know if it's what is it looking for? Let me turn off the roof. For a second. Well, duty balls. I haven't used the stair. I usually draw my stairs. Click stair endpoint. Well, I just clicked an endpoint. Is it looking for? What is it looking for? The floor? Well, there you go. That's why. Oh, wait. Well, why is it working now? Oh, it's, oh, I'm supposed to, oh, it wants to go down. If I had known that, I would have been more prepared. I haven't used it before. I usually hand draw my stairs. Oh, look. Oh, that was an optical illusion. That's what the problem was. I thought I was on the floor and I wasn't. See, it's got that old ugly OSB look to it. But I just wanted to see if I took a regular stair and started it right here. So I'm not on the floor. Yeah, see, this is the optical illusion you can get into when you're working in 3D. Yeah, I should be down there. And then I'll have to turn around here. These stairs are ugly though. Sorry, Nathan. Let's go edit it. Edit stair. I mean, 38. Seven. I'm just gonna say 7.5. Well, let's give it a little variance there. 5. Oh, let's just call it lumber. And our treads are going to be lumber. None of that stinking OSB look. Tread material. Lumber. That would look better than what it is. And then treads are an inch. Okay. We'll just see where that ends up. Did I get lucky? Let's see what his risers are on this. Alright, that's good. That's what I said. At the maximum. And let's see how this ended up. If we come over, that's pretty close, 9.5 inches. So that's not going to be bad. I can still have a landing up here. See, I was afraid the stair was going to run out too far, and I wasn't going to have a landing here at the top. So what will happen is there will be a little penthouse up here where you come up. There'll be a landing right here, and then what might be cool is if we, let's see, one more. So the goal would be to get this up. How many risers? If we edit this and we say, see, when I'm doing this manually, oh, stair height. Let's see what it does if I make this 7.5, and then I measure. What is that? 11.5 and 1/8. I just manually give it the height. It's probably going to make the riser 7 5/8 if I do that, which is no big deal. What did I say? Come on, Tony. 11'5" and 1/8. Okay. I thought it said it was taller than that. What? Oh, I know what it's saying. I see what it's saying. It's gonna subtract a riser. Okay. See, you just gotta be trained properly. 12 foot and 5/8. I was trying to add another riser to this, and that says feet. Yeah, feet and inches. Okay. Let's see what that made. I saw it go down, so down here, so we'll raise it up. And not sure why it's not cooperating on the width, because I thought I had these as 3'2". That's 38 inches, and this is 3'2". So why does it look like it's not against the wall? Or if it is, oh, it's not against the wall. Another optical illusion. Yeah, see, it should be right there. And it's still not on the floor. Holy cow. Somebody, please, make this thing go down on the floor. Alright, that's an approximation of where it would be. It's pretty close. So let's go up here. Oh, good Lord. I got inside the roof deck. Oh, okay, here we go. And did they... Yeah, okay, so they did... He does subtract Now, why is it at an angle? Oh, darn it. See? When you're bad, you're bad. When you're bad and know it, clap your hands. Somehow, when I was selecting the points, I got it crooked. Got her crooked. Okay, so that's on the corner. So there's an easy way to fix this. We'll just remain calm. Go here, and we'll use that as a reference. Should be good now. I know what y'all are thinking. Well, I could do a better job than that. You probably could. Alright, so now we're good. It's not sticking in the wall anymore. So what I was trying to get to was, what would it take what we're going to do is pretend like we know what we're doing and put a little thing here and come out. You know, wherever it's going to be. And this would be like 3 feet 4. Let's call it 3 feet 5. And then this would be pushed back until you get 6 foot, you know, like 7 feet head space. We'll just bring it back to where it don't matter for right now. But or we could draw us a, yeah, well, it's just so that gives you an idea. And then the penthouse would be, maybe this is a little wider, maybe this is maybe 6 inches wider, and then your penthouse would be something like that. And then if you turned on and if we just brought this in, let's make this a group. Offset. And if you made this in 4.5, brought that in, and you stuck it down here, then you can kind of get an idea. What's going to happen is you walk up the stair, and then, oh yeah, we got to do our landing. So we're going to call this wall schema. Well, we could do it without moving that. We can go in here. Yeah, I can look down and do it. I can do it like this. Oh man, get out of there, get out of there. Yeah, then I can bring this over to here. Sneak inside to there. So now when you come up the stair, you got yourself a landing, and we'll see how big it is. What do you know? 3'3". We gotta have 3 feet minimum. Then you'd want a little bit wider walkway here, so you could put a handrail. You know, because you'd either have a handrail or a. And actually, this wall right here would be this wall, an extension. What the heck? Oh man, I accidentally pushed one of my views here. I accidentally pushed that view. Oh, brother. Help me. Help me, Jesus. Oh. These are views up here. If you click on one, you just kind of messed yourself up. All of it. Messed yourself all up. So then this would be really, eventually I'll fix all this, but this is going to be, you know, over here. Actually, we'll just go ahead and show it coming out so I can show it to them. And it will also be flush with this wall on the inside, like that. So you see now, oh, we have to cut out our roof deck. How did the roof get turned on? Oh, when I did that view, it turned the roof on. So then you come up the stairs. Oh man, I messed it all up. We got these stinking wall dimensions turned on now. I hate those things. There we go. Got our floor plans turned on. Dang it. What? Oh, I haven't assigned. This should be in the layer. Should be in the 2D 5 plan. Yeah, we'll just turn it back. Now we'll turn our floor sheeting back on. There we go. Well, it turned the drywall on and everything. Yeah. Turn the stucco on. Which reminds me. I'm using this stucco as just a backdrop because when I get done, I'm going to have AI do what I did on those others. Turn this axis off. And turn these construction lines off. So I'll have it AI do what I did before, and that is use this surface to place. We're going to call this working. Well, first of all, I'm going to turn the drywall off because I had a working mode set up, but I don't know what it looks like yet or now. Let me go back. We need to really be careful not to click on those views because what saves the layer state also. So I don't want, while I'm framing, I don't want wall sheeting on or stucco or any of that mess. I don't want the inside gypsum on. There we go. I want to be able to see all the structural stuff going on in there. Alright, so, and this is, I could turn the trusses on. yeah, just to show how that's going to work. But I need to cut out the I need to cut out that truss and see how all that works out. So what I could do to demonstrate that is just to turn the sheeting and the hidden thing off and the outline. There's all these tags behind the scenes that are kind of annoying. And normally what I do is I'll set up a working state like this, and then I got a work view over here, see, work, update. And then if I want to go look at one of those pretty, renderings, I can do that, but then I can go back What in the world? What in the world? I had this set up as work. These views are handled by an extension, and I'm not sure it's working the way we want it to. I'm going to set this up as work, kind of like this. If I say update, and I go to the 5-unit plan, see, this is the way it's supposed to work, but on my plan, I don't want all those wall dimensions either. Alright, so update that, and then I should just be able to go back. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. I'm getting ready to delete that sucker. I want this view right here to be work, update, 5-unit plan, I'm getting ready to delete your ass. Sorry. Alright. Anyway, enough crazy moments. So that's basically our structural system, which everything else wraps around. Now the trick is going to be one part to this project is going to be one of the fun parts is doing the HVAC. Because if you do go to the 5-unit plan without it freaking out, you'll see that I have these HVAC units in these closets, but I've got them lined up over the floor trusses. So if you go in here and see, this is what I don't understand. I set up this layer state. Oh, I'm on the 5-unit plan. Okay, I don't know why. So I'm getting ready to delete this. And this shouldn't be this way because I really just want to delete you. I don't think I can delete it without deleting the actual view that it's on. I think it's this one. Yeah, now let's see if it'll go back to my work state. Yeah, there's a bug in here. This is a bug. You see, alright, this is a treachery. Okay, during the live stream, treachery, I tell you. So anyway, this is kind of a, I don't want to do these walls up here until I get this roof deck thing figured out, or figure out how I'm going to support this. It may be that, what just occurred to me is I think I can get by with making this penthouse big enough to come over here and sit on top of this beam on one side. I don't know. The code only allows you on to keep this from being a whole floor, a fourth floor. This little penthouse can only be big enough to get up here from the stairs. So there's kind of a contradiction in the code. The code says you can't have roof-mounted equipment, which we have to have because we're not going to set condensing units, in front or back of these because there's garages and they would look ugly out here. So it has to go on the roof. So it says if you have equipment on the roof, you have to have a real stair going up to it, right? So that's what we have. But then they say if you have a real stair, you can only have enough of a landing and a walkway to get out onto the roof. And that's part of my motivation for setting this back here. And why it didn't want to go, I don't know. That's the other thing that's kind of ticking me off about this particular drawing is I'm not sure why this thing won't go back. I messed it up when I was drawing it, and I'm paying for my sins right now. Alright, I just have to, I can't push pull it, but I would either have the door coming out, on this corner or on the end. Might be nice to have it coming out on the end, but I don't think I'm going to have enough width on this landing. So I got to talk to, I went to high school with the chief building inspector. So I think what I'll do is show him, get online with him and see, because if I can put the door over here, I can stop the roof deck right there, almost right in the middle. I can stop it right here and put a little rail there, and then the roof deck would just be this. I really don't want to make this whole back part of the roof deck. So, alright, well, that's a pretty decent explanation of where we are to date. And this is, we're just supposed to be in the schematic design phase anyway, which is this. Really, schematic design is, well, they disappeared on me because of that stinking, something's glitching with this thing. But let me save this view or this layer state, and then I'm going to save the drawing, and I should be able to go back to the front elevation. There we go, and they pop back in. For some reason, this extension, this diffusion extension, it's AI based, but for some reason it's putting glitches in the drawing where things disappear, and then you have to do these different views. You see, I don't understand this. These are all the different views I've created using the AI with that schematic. You see, there's the drawing part of it popping into existence. But that, when I put it back on this view, which is basically a layer state, that's supposed to go away. You see, and look, things are even weird. Yeah, do you see that? And then my geometry over here is gone. But if I go back to the front elevation, it all pops back into view. But then it's not saving my layer states, because what I can do, I just realized I can do is change this and then update that. There we go. Let's see if that works. Yeah, what I need to do is stay away from going back over there. Stay away from there, man. But really what I wanted my work state to be is the walls without the sheeting. I wanted to go back to that no cladding. Go back to that framing view. No gypsum, no drywall. This is kind of what I wanted my work state to be, where I'm just working on framing for now. So I'm supposed to be able to, you see that is a definite glitch now. But if I go back over there, okay, at least the layer state's saved. Okay, alright, whatever. I'll deal with that later. I ran Gary off with that rich daughter comment. Dang. Alright, well thanks guys. Thanks for watching and commenting. And there'll be one of these stairs on each level. I may play around with that after I stop the live stream, but it's 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I'm going to take a break. This project will continue. Thanks for watching.